Hi, James the Astrophotographer. Thanks for joining me. Today I'd like to give you a little rundown of the equipment that I use while I'm imaging. Unfortunately, I have not been able to image in the last 2 months simply because I've been clouded out. That's what living on the lakeshore does to you. We'll start with the mount. It's a Explore Scientific EXOS2 PMC-8 mount. It's Wi-Fi controlled. I run it with the Amazon Fire tablet. On that, I have mounted a Skywatcher Quattro 8 imaging Newtonian. On top of that, I have Astromania 60mm guidescope with the ASI120 monochrome guide camera. Run everything with the ZWO ASIair PRO. My imaging camera is a Canon 60D unmodified. On that, I have mounted the Skywatcher Quattro coma corrector. It's a little finicky going in and out of the tube, but I'm not in no rush with it, so I like to take my time. You know, you don't want to go jamming around a $300 piece of glass. I have done a little bit of modifications, well, mods, whatever you want to call it, additions. I put a fan, mounted a computer fan on the back to help me cool down everything. As I said, I run everything with the ASIair Pro app. Open that up real quick. It's real nice, it's intuitive, easy to run everything. I love the fact that I can do polar alignment and it does plate solving. The plate solving is just a wonderful thing to have to center your images, and you can't beat it with getting everything running. Run the fans just by going to the power outputs. You can adjust it on and off, 100%, 20%, whatever you like. I have a dew heater on the guide scope as well, but I'm not going to turn that on. There's no need for it right now. But just to show you real quick how it slews the EXOS2, it's a little bit slower than the normal slew speeds of the mount stock, but with the ASIair, I guess it's running at a different load, whatever, I'm not sure, but it runs fine. It slews to my targets when I want it to. It centers them. It's just a great controller for everything, and it's real easy for me since I do everything out in the field. I don't have the ability to set up at home right now just because I live in an apartment. I have surrounded by trees. I got like a 10-foot hole in the trees that I can see some stars through occasionally, but it's just not worth setting up at home. But here's how here's how it sounds when it slews, even with all this weight on top of it. Like I said, it's a little slow than the original speed, but I'm in no rush when I'm moving to a target or anything, doing any of my imaging. I'm really hoping that I get a chance here soon that the weather's going to break and I'll get a clear night again. I've had a few days where it's clear during the day, but come at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the evening when it's getting ready the sun's getting ready to go down, of course that's when everything it gets all cloudy again. So I'm just going to park it back in home position. Ask you if you want to go home, say yes, and it'll take you right there and park it. Just a few other things I'd like to show you with the ASIair. You got run down with your menu here. You start with your Wi-Fi signal, download speeds, your hotspot, frequency, either 2.4 or 5G, station mode, Ethernet mode, power output I've already showed you, CPU temp, under voltage warning. And you have your camera control. It's set your all your shutter speed, your ISO. Can run guide scopes. So I have mine set up this way. Telescope mount runs that all. We'll also do a filter wheel, electronic focus. Then you have your image management page where your storage is all set up. Puts everything in nice folders. If you do a live stack, it'll bring those for you. And it just keeps on adding it for that live stack till you decide to shut it down. You got previews. It puts everything, labels everything, so you don't have to sit there and go back and figure out what your files were. Puts everything, labels each files for your target. And then if you're doing an auto run, which would be in here, you can open this up and then you can set your dark frames, your bias, your lights, decide if you want to do the meridian flip or not, what your target is. It's a nice little system. I've enjoyed using it. I'm still learning. I haven't checked everything out with it yet, but I'm not using it to its full potential either. As I said, I've been looking at getting a dedicated ZWO AstroCam, but I'm not really sure if I want to spend $1,000 for a camera right now. Keep on looking at used ones, but it's a hard game to play. I constantly want to upgrade this, but I'm also happy with the images that I'm getting right now. But I know that's part of this hobby, is constantly wanting to upgrade your equipment, make things better, get the best images possible. I myself just enjoy being out underneath the skies each night, anytime I can. 90% of the time, I can get some decent images, but if I'm out there, I'm at peace. It's just a very relaxing, spiritual thing for me, and I enjoy doing it. And I look forward to sharing it with others as soon as this damn weather breaks and we get rid of this COVID shit. Thanks for joining me. We'll see y'all soon. Have a great day. Keep looking up.